I gotta keep it up, he says.
All right, we're ready to go. Today's date is June 10th, 2022. In Collingsworth County, Texas, I call cause number 8332 in the interest of Cassius Cole Hargrove. What says the state?
State's ready, Your Honor.
I'm a Cassius.
My audio and video is Haley Copeland. Are you ready to proceed, Ms. Copeland?
Yes, ma'am.
And for the record, Ms. Copeland has children with her that we may hear. To know they're right there. That's great. All right. Would you raise your right hand, please? Well, Ms. Copeland, solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. For the record, Malcolm Hargrove was served with notice of these proceedings back on March 28th of 2022. The return of service has been in the court's file in excess of 10 days, and there is no further answer or appearance on behalf of Mr. Hargrove. This case was set for 9:30 a.m. and it's now approximately 10:20. So we are proceeding to default without him. All right, Mrs. Strada, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. I call Haley Copeland.
All right, you may question the witness.
Thank you. Ms. Copeland, what is the name of your child that's before the court today?
Cassius Cole Hargrove.
And who is his father?
Malcolm Hargrove.
And he signed an acknowledgement of paternity when Cassius was born. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask the court to take judicial notice of the acknowledgement of paternity on file with the district clerk's office that has been filed with the vital statistics.
All right, I take judicial notice of the contents of the court's file, specifically the pleadings and the AOP filed by the Bureau of Vital Statistics.
Thank you. Ms. Copeland, did you ever live together with Mr. Hargrove and your son Cassius?
Yes.
How old is Cassius?
He was from birth to a year old.
Okay. How old is Cassius now?
He is 3.
Okay. So you've been separated for the past 2 years?
Yes.
What happened to cause that separation?
It was a very volatile relationship. Neither one of us could work together very well. He had also kicked a baby gate and busted my face open. So that was kind of my last string.
Since then, and I'm sorry, Ms. Copeland, and to have to ask you these things, but since then, have you had any contact with him, or what is his relationship with your son?
We had contact up until about maybe, it was last year, so around November, October, November, and then the relationship stopped. There's no relationship between them because I chose to not put my son in that situation anymore.
What happened?
There was verbal threats. He had said that if my son was calling my now fiance dad, that he would show us what the meaning of a true slave's rage is. And he also told me that if it was up to him, that I would not be around anymore. And so I took that as a threat, and I proceeded with what I thought was right to maintain my safety and my son's safety.
And what did you do anything legally at that time?
I went and got a no trespassing order because we live in 2 different counties, so they would not do a protective order.
Do you have any concerns if your personal information is included in a final order that would include your current address and phone number?
I do.
Did he provide any support for Cassius after the time that you separated?
No, he did not.
Did he provide any clothing or that type of support, or food, anything like that, or cash?
No, he did not.
What type of work does he do?
He works at Walmart. I believe he is a stalker.
Do you know how long he's had that job?
I would say maybe 9 months, I believe.
What did he do before that?
He had a period of doing nothing, and I was working, and that period was probably about 10 months old and 10 months long. And before that, he worked for Mortensen, the energy plant.
Okay. Do you know how much he was making there?
I do not know.
Was he capable of working during those periods of time when he didn't work at least 40 hours a week, making minimum wage?
He was capable, yes.
And we've reviewed something called an investigative report prepared by our office by a child support officer that shows that he actually has current income of gross monthly income, of $2,155.67. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And are you requesting that the court set child support guideline or child support pursuant to the Texas child support guidelines based upon that report?
Yes.
That Your Honor would offer as State's Exhibit 1 a copy of the investigative report.
Admitted as State's number 1.
Thank you. Do you know if Mr. Hargrove has any other children?
Not that I know of. He does not.
Does Cassius have any type of health insurance?
He has Medicaid.
Are you requesting back child support for the period of time after you separated?
I am.
Is that 24 months from May? You separated in May of 2020. Is that correct?
Yes, it's 24 months.
And do you believe it would be appropriate to set that support based upon a presumption that he could have made minimum wage during that period of time?
Yes.
And rather than the higher amount that he's making now?
Yes.
And did we calculate that to be $5,328?
Yes.
Are you requesting that be repaid at $50 a month?
I am.
And based upon the investigative report that has been entered as Exhibit 1, we calculated the guideline support based to be $369 a month. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we'd request that start effective July 1st. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
That was 369.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Regarding visitation, has he seen your son since the incident last August or September?
No, he has not. Well, he showed up at the house even after I got the order, and he asked to see him, and my son would not come out the door. He said that he was scared. So.
Okay. Do you think it would be in your son's best interest to have some type of visitation ordered that would give him the opportunity to have visitation in a safe environment?
Yes. If visitation is needed, then it needs to be safe and monitored.
If the court were to order some type of supervised visitation, is there anyone that would be available other than yourself to supervise?
My brother and sister-in-law, Casey McLean and April McLean.
Where do they live?
They live in Childress.
Is it Casen, C-A-S-E-N?
C-A-S-E-Y.
Oh, Casey. Casey and April McLean?
Yes.
M-C-L-A-N-A-I-N?
M-C-C-L-A-I-N.
Have you spoken to them about this and to see if they would agree?
Yes, they agreed.
Do you have any idea how much time would be appropriate or on what day?
It'd have to be, I guess, for a couple hours a month and on a weekend. My brother works Monday through Friday for the city, so.
Okay. Would it maybe a Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning be appropriate?
Yes.
Or Sunday? Which do you think would be better?
Probably like a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon.
In the past, the incident with the gate, when did that happen?
With the gate, the baby happened. He was 11 months old, so the month before I officially left his father.
Okay, so that'd been about 25 or 26 months ago, more than 2 years, barely.
Just about.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hargrove, is there anything I haven't asked you that you would like the court to know today?
I just want my child's best interest taken care of. The safety of him is what matters the most to me, and that's why I took him out of a volatile situation. And I'm trying my hardest with him. You know, he's scared of to go over there. He would scream and tell me no, and I asked for supervised visitation because when he would go to his father's, he would come back and he would smell like marijuana. And I just, like I said, I just want his best interest is what I want. And I hope the court can see that today.
Does Mr. Hargrove have any type of criminal history?
He does. He's had drug charges.
Do you know what they were for and when?
I do not know when. Two of them were when I was with him in the 4 years that I was in a relationship with him, and they were for having misdemeanor charges for having marijuana on him.
Okay.
And paraphernalia.
Okay. Has he ever had a felony that you're aware of?
Not that I know of. If he has, it hasn't been known to me.
And other than the criminal trespass, have you had any police interaction during your relationship with him based upon his conduct?
No, there's been times where they've said they were going to come over because I lived down the street from one when I was with him, that they were going to, they were watching us because of the fighting, you know. But no, I tried to keep it as cordial as I could before and after my son was born.
Thank you, Ms. Copeland.
When you said that, you mentioned they. Who is they?
The police. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Who is it?
The police. I lived down the street from them at the time.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead, Mrs. Strada.
Okay. Was it a police officer that was a neighbor, or did you live close to the police station?
It was the police officer that I had lived close to.
Okay. So they said that they were watching, but they never actually came over and made any arrests.
Nobody actually came. Nobody actually ever did anything.
But they did notice enough to comment on it.
Yeah, that I'd been seen out in public, and hey, we heard about this fight. We heard y'all fighting, but that was before Cassius too.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Copeland. With that, I'll pass the witness and rest. And Your Honor, would request regarding the government-sponsored medical assistance program, a reimbursement to the state of $35 a month.
All right. All right. Based on the testimony and evidence, then I do find that Malcolm Hargrove is the legal and biological father of Cassius, and I'm ordering the parent-child relationship established for all purposes. I'm appointing Ms. Copeland as a managing conservator, a sole managing conservator, and Mr. Hargrove as a possessory conservator. I'm granting the request for non-disclosure of Ms. Copeland and the child's identifying information. As to visitation, I'm granting visitation on the first and third Saturdays of each month from 1 to 4 p.m. with 24 hours notice by telephone or text. Actually, all communications, let's put them through the app Close. it's an app that the AG's office uses a lot, Ms. Copeland, that would keep you all from communicating actually directly with each other.
Okay.
Okay. The visitation, all visitation to be supervised by an adult designated by Ms. Copeland. And the location also to be chosen by Ms. Copeland. So if you want to designate the McDonald's or a public park, or your relative's home, all of those would be possibilities. Okay,
Okay.
a public location may be a good place.
Mm-hmm.
So and Childress has a McDonald's, and I always want to choose a location where the child can be indoors if there's bad weather or hot weather, but someplace where there's a playground. So the McDonald's sometimes works well. Okay. Again, I'm requiring 48 hours notice. Ms. Copeland, I want you to put a phone number into the court order that will be a contact number. It's not your number because I do not want him contacting you directly. It'll be a contact number where he can leave a message for you, and you'll be certain that the message will be relayed. Okay.
Okay.
As to child support, I'm ordering Mr. Hargrove to pay Ms. Copeland child support of $369 per month starting July 1st. And that's based on the calculations you made, Strata. I'm granting 24 months of retroactive $5,388. Retroactive support at $50 per month, also starting $25 per month reimbursement for the Medicaid. Ms. Copeland, keep him on the Medicaid as long as you possibly can. It's a good program.
Yes, ma'am.
If there are any bills that are not covered by the Medicaid, you'd each pay half.
Okay.
It's in court costs against Mr. Hargrove due in a year, so July 1st of 2023. Is that Cassius right there?
This is Cassius.
Oh, hi, little guy.
You say hi?
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Is there any other relief I need to address?
No. Will this be sent to me in paper? I tend to get busy and forget a lot of the details, so
it will either be emailed to you or sent to you regular mail within about 2 weeks.
okay.
There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody can request a new hearing. If somebody does that, you get a new hearing in front of Judge Messer, and he would start over and make his own decision. But if nobody does that, this order starts to become final then. And what I would do, Ms. Copeland, is keep an order handy. Sometimes you might need a certified copy. If you need a certified copy, you can get one from the district clerk's office, or the AG's office can send you one that's been marked with the certification as well. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you and your family, Ms. Copeland. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Do you have instructions for app close in your orders?
Yes, ma'am, I do. We're using it more and more, so I keep it pretty handy.
Well, at Marriage Dissolution Conference, they had an app close representative there. So I did take a look at it, and it's got really positive for communicating back and forth, and it's free.
That's amazing. Yes.
Terrific.
Very good. A great tool.
What do you want to do about our 1030 case? Shall we just try to reset that one more time?
I guess we can give her the chance to make that June 23rd appointment. And let's see.
What day are you looking at? We've got July 8th or August 12th. How about August 12th?
That will work, that, because I guess if she does make it, that would not be enough time for the results to be processed. So August 12th would be optimal.
Okay,
At what time? At 9:30?
you choose.
Let's just say 9:30.
Okay.
Would be our first setting.
Okay, and we'll do this same with Trevino, except make it maybe 10.
Certainly.
We could do Trevino next month, couldn't we?
Yes, ma'am. I think the 8th would be,
Okay, let's do July 8th at 10.
okay.
Right, we'll have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.